Hello guys, it's on the lesson on simultaneous equations. Nde mu lesson iyi tipanga zinthu ziwiri in merger. Tipanga how we can solve linear simultaneous equations, komanso how we can solve quadratic simultaneous equation. Nde tiyamba ndi linear, which is easier. Then we'll see how we can apply the same knowledge but on quadratic equations. Just remind you, previously you had been learning about the simultaneous equations, ntchito njira zosiyana on how you can solve them. Tigwiritsa ntchito njira zomwezo komano in more depth, komanso in more advanced ways. Let's start. Tiyamba ndi linear simultaneous equation. In these equations, if we're talking about the linear equations, tukambaza my equations somewhere amakhala in power 1. For example, if we say x plus 2, that's x plus 2 is equal to 5. That's just a linear equation because x is to power 1, 2 is power 1, and 5 is power 1. So if we say y minus 12 is equal to z, that's also a linear equation where every variable in the equation is just 2 power 1. So this one is more easier. So we are going to see how we can solve this one. So let's get started on simultaneous linear equations. We'll be solving an exercise from Excel and succeeding. So first of all, we have to know this. When you're talking about these simultaneous equations, you can solve it in many ways. But the most and easier ways to solve simple simultaneous equations is by elimination method, substitution method, or a graphical method. But there are other ways you can use to solve simultaneous equations. So in this lesson, we're going to stick more with substitution method so that you understand more the concept. As I said, let's start with this exercise, which is exercise 4.1 problem A, which is on substitution method in Excel and succeed. So the question is, using the substitution method, solve x minus 2y is equal to 10 and 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. So if you see this one, how do you think we are going to solve it? So don't worry, we are going to use step by step to solve it in simple way so that everyone understands what's going on. So in the problem, we are going to solve it like this. First of all, we start by writing the equation. So they have given us two equations. First equation is x minus 2y is equal to 10, and second equation is 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. So we are going to use substitution method, which we start by listing the equations. So in equation 1, which is x minus 2y is equal to 10, we are going to make x subject of formula, which is so simple because we just have to take negative 2y to the other side, which becomes positive 2y. So our first equation becomes x is equal to 10 plus 2y. Yeah, so that's it. So we have equation 2, which is 3x plus 2y is equal to 6, given from the problem. So if we in our first equation, after making x subject of formula, then we know that x is same as 10 plus 2y. So if we substitute x through in the equation 2, then where there is x, we will put 10 plus 2y. Therefore, we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. Then after substituting, we'll have 3 open bracket 10 plus 2y close bracket plus 2y is equal to 6. Then we have substituted. Then from there, we have to expand the bracket. So expanding the bracket, you just have to multiply 3 by any value in the bracket. So we have 3 times 10 gives 30. 3 times 2y gives 6y. Then our new equation is 30 plus 2y, 30 plus 6y plus 2y is equal to 6. Then from that, we have to add 6y and 2y, which gives us 8y. Then our equation 30 plus 8y is equal to 6. From there, we have to take 30 to the other side, which becomes negative. Then our equation is 8y is equal to 6 minus 30. From there, we subtract 30 from 6, which gives us 8y is equal to negative 24. Then we divide both sides by 8, which as a result gives us y is equal to negative 3. So now we know what's the value of y, which is negative 3. Then from there we move on to solve for the actual value of x, so that we complete the equation, we complete the solution of these equations. Now let's solve for x. So we know that in our equation 1, after we made x subject formula, we had x is equal to 10 plus 2y. So in our previous solution, we found that y is equal to neg 3. So we're going to substitute where there is y with neg 3. So which gives us x is equal to 10 plus 2 neg 3. Then if we multiply 2 by negative 3, we get negative 6. Then 10 minus 6 gives us 4. Therefore, x is 4. So we have our y, which is negative 3, and we have our x, which is 4. So from there, we know for sure that our solution is x is equal to 4 and y is equal to negative 3. So we have completely solved this equation by using substitution method or this linear equation simultaneously. So that's how we solve it. So now we're going to see how we can solve using how we can solve a simultaneous quadratic equation using substitution method. If we're talking about quadratic equation, we're talking about equation in form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So which has a power of 2. So in this part of this lesson, we'll have a problem from excel and succeed and solve it step by step. But wanonazo the tikupeza morani yankwagi ka bwanji yukusolvedwa bwanji quadratic equation simultaneously. So here we're going to solve a problem number 13 from exercise 4.2. So in this problem, they have given us my equations will solve simultaneously. 2x minus y is equal to 3, and the x to power 2 minus xy is equal to negative 4. So we solve our simultaneously which was the when dijani when we're solving quadratic equation. So this solve step by step in panel say okay, so let's start with the problem given. 2x minus y is equal to 3. So as we did in our previous problem, first of all, we have to make something subject of formula. So we'll make y subject of formula. So that will be done by taking 2x to the other side, which gives us a negative y is equal to 3 minus 2x. Then from there, we'll have to divide both sides by negative 1, which gives us y is equal to 2x minus 3. It's more like we are just inverting the signs. Negative y becomes y, negative 2x becomes positive 2x, and 3 becomes negative 3. So now we have y is equal to 2x minus 3, which is our first equation. So from this equation, how do we go? We have our second equation from the problem, which is x squared minus xy is equal to negative 4. This one now is the tricky part, because this one is the quadratic equation. Yeah, quadratic ija yume ili in power 2. How are we going to solve this one? So tiamba morele tipanga zoti pamene pali y mene tinachitiraso previous solution ija problem ija, pamene pali y tipanga substitute ndi value yomwe taipeza ku equation 1. Ku equation 1 kuti y is equal to x minus 3, ndi kuti mu equation 2 pamene pali y tikapo to x minus 3, which gives us x squared minus x in bracket 2x minus 3 is equal to negative 4. And we go from there. Then if we expand the bracket, we get 2x squared plus 3x as our following step. Then from that step tipanga 2x x squared minus 2x squared tizi panga tiziyotsana. Ndoti x squared minus 2x squared gives us negative x squared. Ndoti from there tipanga zoti tipange all the terms zibwere mbali imodzi kuti tikhale ndi 0 on each side, because from this step we want to do factorization, which now we go to this step. 0 is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 4. Kumano tingathe kupanga flip the sides kuti x ndazinzaka abwere kumanzere, 0 abwere kumanja, which doesn't change the signs or the terms. Ndoti from that step ndo amene tikuona kuti apa ikufunikano yani factorization. Ndoti tipange factorize x squared minus 3x minus 4 kuti tipeze the value of x. So in our factorization tudzoti tili ndi x squared minus 3x minus 4. Ndi value yanji yomwe tikazipanga adi zoyenera kutipatsa negative 3. Tikudziwa zoti tikapanga negative 4x plus x ikutipatsa negative 3. Komanso tikapanga negative 4x times x ikutipatsa so negative 4x. Ndikuti tapeza kuti ndi negative 4x plus x. So here we go. Ndikuti from that step tipanga introduce the brackets. Tipanga factor x into x squared gives us x into negative 4x gives us 4. Then on the other side, x into x, 1 into x we have x, and 1 into negative 4 we have negative 4. So we have x in bracket x minus 4 plus 1 x minus 4, which gives us 0. Then from that step tikhala ndi x plus 1 x minus 4 is equal to 0. So from there we move on to the other step, saying nazoti x plus 1 is 0, or tingathunena kuti x minus 4 is 0. So if we make x sub-zero formula in these both sides, we know that x is equal to negative 1 or x is equal to positive 4. Now we have the value of x. So we're going to use the value of x to find the value of y by substituting x back into equation 1. So here is how we are going to solve it. When x is negative 1, we know kuti y pajandi is y paja ine jenapezo y is equal to 2x minus 3. Ndoti tikapanga substitute pali x ipo tikhala ndi 2 negative 1 minus 3. Tikati tisolve tipeza onena kuti y is equal to negative 2 minus 3 kenako y is equal to negative 5. Komano sinamalize ndeno tikanena zoti tikanena kuti x is 4, y tipatsa bwanje. Tikamanganso substitute y is equal to 24 minus 3, which is y is equal to 8 minus 3, which gives us y is equal to 5. So now we have the values. So we can conclude saying that x is equal to negative 1, y is equal to negative 5. Also, x is equal to 4, y is equal to 5. In other terms, tingathe kunena motsindika kunena kuti when x is equal to negative 1, y is negative 5. When x is equal to 4, y is 5. Ndoti apo tapeza the values of these quadratic equations. Ndoti apo taimaliza kuisolva. Umo ndi mmene tamalizira topic imene ya simultaneous equation by solving linear equation and quadratic equation. Ndi mmene masovera amene zimene oyendera ndi mmene momo. See you in the next lesson.